because the end of the last one,
we were flying away in griffins.
Yeah, we were flying away in griffins, and it was the end of the massive thing.
That's
Wasn't
a
it?
lot of hit points.
It's been a long time since we've actually been back to the table, several months. So we'll start, as we always start, with the summary. Who can remember what we did last?
How far do you want to go back?
Go back to well, you can do a whole entire recap as well, because it's the first time we've filmed this. So if there are any viewers who want to listen, here's Steve's entire story recap.
4 hours later.
Right, okay, that's interesting. Next time. Tea?
I tell you what, I remember, I'm a bard.
You are a bard.
Yes,
you're
you are.
You're a tiefling bard and your name's Music. I've even got that written
Jeez,
down.
do you want to play, you can play my character as well.
So we started off in Nightstone. We were heading north. So one starry night in ancient Greece. Right, so we'll fast forward. We had the Battle of Brinchander. And in the aftermath of the battle, we had a little bit of downtime, and I made everybody some shield brooches with fires. Jeff had an encounter with
The Lady of the Night.
Did you?
No.
Sir Barrick Nyleth, who's a knight of the Gauntlet, and you were made an honorary member of the Knight of the Order of the Gauntlet, and he gave you a cloak.
He did.
Shortly after that,
Thusly.
Malcolm asked us to do some scouting. He hadn't heard word from the other 9 of the 10 towns in the Spine of World Means. So we took off on our
Merry way.
flew over the area. We spotted that there was the storm giants coming in from the sea and the fire giants coming in from the mountains, and there was going to be a bit of a battle, and we headed towards Phyllis's hometown, where we had an encounter with some hellhounds. We then followed the trail of the hellhounds back to a local encampment of fire giants.
I thought you
where
said
we had a large battle in front of 2 towers in a valley.
There was a giant eye on one of the towers.
where we took down a general.
Well, we took down the general.
Jeff took down the general.
And we met a good friend.
And we met a good friend called Harshnag.
Yeah.
Harshnag told
May
us
he rest in peace.
You did all the hard work.
In
So
pieces.
the general was called
Or in
Kavar,
pieces.
and he was armed with a sword and a spear, and the spear shot fire, and we discovered for the first time the fire rune, which you now have a short sword.
Yeah, which we're going to make into a dagger.
Kevar had orders to find the rods of Vonindod, and Harshnag for the glory of Sutar and Anan, who are giant gods. So Harshnag told us he was heading towards the oracle to converse with the gods over what was currently going on with the giants in terms of collecting artifacts and the whole warning thing. So we headed off to the valley of Keldron, and there is a hidden temple there to the giant gods. And we discovered lots of things about the various different giant gods, so Grolantor, Thrym, Memnor, Strongmouse, Skraus, Stonebones and Surtor. We moved through the temple. We had an encounter with a rolling boulder that took out Aleph.
And I invented rock and roll music.
You invented rock and roll.
You did.
We had a situation with some giant spiders in the ruined caverns. We headed across into like an area where they obviously met and ate, and I got eaten by a Remoraz. Eventually, we managed to work out that the spear goes in the hand of the fire giant, I think it was, which opened a portal. We went through the portal. We had an encounter with the gods. We asked several questions about who was behind this. So, if we was to find the magic conch of King Hecaton, we can use that to visit Hecaton's court. The conch is in the clutches currently of Duke Zaltor in Ironslag, who music knows. Limbrith, who Aleph has previous history with, is a blue dragon, and she is basically manipulating the court that's causing the current warning problems.
She's disguised as a giant.
She is disguised as a giant, a storm giant. And she still keeps her name though, she's still called Limrith in a storm giant disguise.
Original.
And Neri was killed by humans in the employ of her 2 eldest daughters, Mirren and Nim, and they're working with Limris because they covet the throne, but the throne is currently being occupied by Neri's daughter,
Youngest daughter.
yes, whose name I forget, but that's in the other notebook, who I've had a previous encounter with. When we came out of the portal, Limris was there. She threatened Alif and
We
was a bit
decided to
sinister.
bolt.
Wasn't he scared as well?
I was.
Yeah, he was very scared.
So we was
It's like me
deciding.
in running water.
We were deciding what we was going to do, but Harshnag jumped straight
His
into the
nemesis is a
fray.
blue dragon. Mine is a
And,
stream.
Started attacking the blue dragon. Told us to run, which we did. We ran out of the room while it was sort of collapsing around the dragon and the giant as they did their battle. We blew the whistle, summoned the griffins, and flew off into the sunset.
Into the night sky.
Well, actually not into the
It's a nice
sunset, because that would be the wrong direction.
Into the night sky. So that was the end of session 6, and at the beginning of session 7, we are currently flying along at night.
Yes. So, what do you want to do? You're on Griffin back, the stars are shining, you've narrowly survived.
So we briefly
Sadly,
talked
Harshnag doesn't think so.
last session about flying at least towards Iron Slag,
Yeah.
and we was heading in that direction, and Music knows which way, so he's in front. We're
Music
following.
knows the way.
I do.
Yeah, can you do anything?
Look.
I'm going to fly towards Iron Slag. I have an intuitive sense of where it is, strangely enough.
You got the message?
Is it? How late in the day is it?
It's night.
Yeah. What is it?
With-
Late or early? As in.
1 a.m, 2 a.m.
Oh, do you think we should land, make camp, and rest before we carry on?
I'd probably want to put a bit more distance between us and the.
Oh
blue
yeah.
dragon.
Well, yeah. Obviously, I don't know what
The blue dragon has flown in the opposite direction,
Okay.
to which you are now heading.
But we don't know where we're flying over.
So it survived.
Why is it flying in the opposite?
The dragon survived. So as you came out, you saw the mountain and the entranceway collapse completely. And then it was kind of like 10-20 seconds after
I
that,
think we need to
there's
get
a massive explosion, and you saw the blue dragon
Fire giant.
come back out, completely ignore you because you're kind of off, and fly quite quickly, and then disappeared
Into
over the
the
mountains.
Sounds good.
So while you were kind of hanging around flying on the griffins,
Duke Zalto.
yeah,
He's the guy I've
Something.
got an appointment with.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it yet.
He's got the conch.
He's got the yes, which so that's the reason we're going there, definitely.
The conch.
Not for revenge.
Not for revenge. I don't do revenge.
do you want to
Righteous cause.
explain anything about what's going on with you?
No?
You saw my message?
Yes.
Okay. The audience won't know either, but okay. Something happened. So Pete wants to carry on going.
Yeah.
If we all sit here in silence for 5 minutes, you could do a voiceover.
So
Yeah. And then we'll watch it later and know
He was on his ground when he felt a message come through.
Right, so just out of interest, on the map, where are we?
we're off the top of the map.
Spine of the world.
Oh, up there, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was. There's the 10 towns. That's where we were, and then we kind of went up here this way.
We were
Yeah.
heading.
And we've
we
got
went
now
right.
we're going that way. We're even further. We're off the top of the map.
Oh, we're going the endless sea, endless ice
If we
sea.
keep going, we'll come back on the bottom.
The world's flat, everybody knows that.
Pete,
The
show
world
this.
isn't flat, it's
Okay, so we actually are going towards the setting sun.
The
We're going
setting
east,
sun.
not north.
To the east.
I'm a bard, not a navigator.
You just
Oh, you
get.
said you know which way we're
I
going.
do know which way we're going. I'm taking you the right way.
So we're
I just
going
called it
that
the wrong
way.
name.
So we're
Just-
going that
just
way.
We are
can't-
going that way.
Something has happened, so Pete knows where he's going.
Okay, cool.
He just
Just
hasn't
can't
told
tell
us.
left
very
or
confident
right.
about the direction in which we're going.
Brilliant. Okay.
It's my
Yeah,
heart
let's get a
tells
little
me
bit
the
of
way.
distance between us and the previous place we were at.
So we,
And
if
then
we
I
fly
think we
for
should
2 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, and then I
Find
think we
some
should
woodland.
land, make camp, rest.
Would flying on the griffins count as resting?
No.
Okay.
Unless you fancy tying yourself to it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hopefully
we'll do
it's
that.
different.
Anyone
Fly.
confident in mountain ranges? They can find something, or you can roll.
Is there an inn?
No.
No, then no.
You've got survival, haven't you?
Yeah, I do have survival.
And as you're from the mountains.
Not that it has any relevance, but mountains would be, if you got to pick a preferred terrain, it would be mountains since I'm from the mountains. So I will, as we're flying over, I'll be looking down at the mountains to see if I can find anywhere to land that looks safe-ish.
Like some kind of ledge, a cave.
Something
Get
that might be safe.
We'll have to wait for the sun to start coming up to do that though.
That is a 16.
Yes, from your height, so you're flying above the mountain peaks at the moment, and you see something about 600 foot down, something like that. You see a ledge which leads into a cave opening.
So I will say to the group, guys, there's a place down there we can rest.
Wait, shouldn't we get on, but there might be some dangerous stuff down there.
Let's hope so.
There might be.
Yeah,
That's why we're heroes.
Or some undead.
There might be. So if there's undead, you're a shoo-in then.
Pardon?
That's your speciality.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks, volunteering.
You'll be fine if there's undead.
Oh yeah.
We'll jump back
He'll
on
be
the griffins and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go
This
to
is where you go at the front.
Yeah.
If there's undead.
Yeah, so we'll head towards that bit, whatever it is, outcrop, cavey type thing, and we'll land, make camp.
You taking a lead?
Yep.
Are you agreeing?
I'd rather keep going, to be honest.
Oh, I think we should have a group fight.
Internal conflict.
Or maybe I should go.
The only problem is if we keep going, we risk not getting a rest because the morning's going to come, and then it's not worth us resting through the day because we're wasting the day.
Yeah.
And
We
then-
might want to attack at night then.
Who?
I mean, we might want to approach at night.
Oh, right, yeah, well, we could do that the next night. They don't know we're
That's
coming.
more time.
They don't know we're coming, do they?
Get
So.
there. Fine.
Well, but the thing is, though, we probably our timeline for doing this has been accelerated, hasn't it? Because Limrith knows that we're involved. So
Actually, I think we land. We rest now through the day and move on immediately.
Yeah.
And then
Because we can travel the next night and do it at night if we want
just
to.
keep going. Just keep going.
yeah.
Okay.
So you want to keep going now, then land.
No,
at dawn.
rest now.
Rest now.
Rest now.
We're all a bit tuckered out after that fight.
Wait, I'll go next to Jeff because then I can, if there's any undead.
Are you because you want me to keep you warm because I'm the biggest one?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, yes. I'll go next to Jeff because I've got. But if there's any undead, my speciality's undead.
So you can protect the big guy with the huge weapons.
Yeah.
No, but
Rather than us little
Not the
guy.
spindly little dudes who are completely defenceless.
You know which way Sergeant Brent's better. Next to him.
yeah. No, but if I go in front, when you guys dive and get there, the undead will be dead again.
I like that.
They'll be undeader.
Undead.
Undead.
Undeaders.
So we're landing on the ledge.
Okay, who's landing first? What's
Me.
your order?
And then I'll go second.
Okay. The ledge isn't necessarily big enough for all of you and the griffins, so you can kind of come down, park, jump off.
Yeah.
And they can skip and find their own purchase.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll also give them some meat and stuff. I don't know if they hunt themselves. They might. I don't know,
Probably do.
find mountain squirrels.
It's Red Dead looking after your mount.
Yeah.
Give
Bonding
it some food. give it some
Stroke.
Kick it up the arse.
Yeah.
Shove it off the cliff.
Push it.
Good thing these can
Okay.
fly, so it doesn't
So
matter.
how big is the cave opening?
The cave opening is 50 foot wide. Could I have one, Jeff, actually?
Pop on.
Okay, what I'll do is
Yes,
I'll
Jeff.
send the spider off ahead of us, split on Winston. I'll send the spider off ahead of us down the cavern and going to remote control mode and just see what it sees. So just send it off, crawl along the ceiling.
Okay. How far down do you want to go in? It looks like it can go quite deep.
I'll go 100, 150 feet.
Okay. Can you, Is it like a perception check if it spots things?
Yeah.
Or it just spots it?
It
Yeah,
notices
so-
something.
You could do passive perception if we're not looking actively.
He's
He's looking, but he's looking.
Yeah, if he's looking actively.
Come on, he's back. That's a 19
Yeah.
on the
Hey.
dice. On the dice.
On the
Okay, so what are you
So
guys
that's
doing out on the...
25.
25.
Okay, so you've passed. Two in a sec. What are you guys doing
I'm
out
looking
on
in
the
the
ledge?
cave with my
Wait,
dark
wait,
vision.
Dave.
You don't see anything?
You wait down.
Dave, I'm gonna fire an arrow down there to see if anything like screams gets hit.
I'll be making a fire on the ledge.
It's a bit over the top.
Or
I'm looking down there. With the
You might hit him.
You're gonna fire
You might.
blind. You don't know what's down there. It might be...
There might be,
stuff down
there might be a group of school kids on a day out.
I don't mind if I hit it.
You're lawful good. You may not, but your character will. Okay. Okay.
Can I scout around on
I tell you what,
the
if you wanted to, I could
griffin for some
Cast light on
down
it.
into?
That's good.
Okay,
Oh,
so you're
yeah.
gonna fly off.
Yeah.
You won't take as much of a rest.
No, I only need
Is it
4
one?
hours.
So,
Dave, I cast light on this arrow, and then
Okay.
it shoots into the
Yeah,
cave.
and then I'm gonna wait.
What can I see within 60 feet which goes further back than that?
just goes further back and then it just goes into shadow.
So, but it looks like it kind of tapers into something.
It's a natural form cave.
So it's like, I point in the direction I think is the
Wait.
deepest part of the cave.
Yeah, you
Wait,
aim him.
ready?
Yeah, that's like,
Crossbow.
Yeah. So it can go
Range
300.
80 feet.
No, you can
No,
go
20
320.
feet. 223.
Aim it into the cave.
I'm gonna aim it into the cave.
Yeah.
And then,
Pete's going to cast light on the end of the arrow.
yeah,
Okay. And then you can shoot it down the corridor.
yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yep. I'm gonna shoot it and then it goes 220 feet.
You see the arrow, the bolt, go down a tunnel until the light pretty much disappears. As a spider form, you see this piece of light just go straight past, and again just goes into nothing.
Pete?
What you spot,
Goes into nothing,
Yeah.
as in it goes
it just keeps
far enough
going.
away that
Yeah.
okay. So not that the light suddenly disappears.
No, it hasn't blinked out of existence. But with the help of that light as well, you do notice what could be rubble, bits and pieces that are on the floor, just strewn all over the place. No particular pattern to them or anything.
Right, so the cave goes back a long, long way. There's nothing in the first 100, 200 feet other than some rubbish piles of boulders and that sort of stuff. Does it look like they've been purposely piled up, or this is just natural?
No,
sort of
they're odd shapes, but they don't look like rocks. They are odd shapes, but they're strewn all about the place.
Oh, that's
Mostly towards the edges.
So they don't look like natural formed rocks.
No.
Oh, there you go. So,
Right. Okay.
not that I know that. I'm making a fire.
But
I'm making a rubbish fire.
Right. So what do we want to blow the whistle, get the griffins back, and go and find somewhere else to rest, or do we want to investigate?
I'll investigate because if there's undead in there, I could kill them.
Okay. Looks like we're going in.
Yeah, Jeff can come with me.
Well, we'll all go in.
Yeah, you're with me, aren't you? So, you're with me. You sit in spider ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
but I'll
Kind
go.
of flown off to the surrounding
He's
area.
gone off. He's gone looking for herbs and spices.
Herbs.
Kentucky.
All right. I'll
I'll stay here
in
and
the
guard
cave.
the fire.
Yeah,
I'll look in the cave.
I'll go
Okay.
with.
I'll just light a torch.
I'll go in. I'm gonna get my warhammer out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get my warhammer out and just
shield.
and my shield and just basically get ready to whip them round to the face.
Good idea.
Right, so it's just the three of you going down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you catch up to where your spider is, or
Yeah.
you stop your spider. You see the rubble on the floor. What do you want to do?
have a look at it. See.
Okay. So you go up to some bits and pieces, kind of kicking things over. They're covered in dust, but it's obvious that these are sort of leg bones, bits and pieces. Nothing that has there's no body, but you do notice there's more of a round thing. Closer inspection, it's a helmet with a still has a skull inside.
Pick it up and have a look.
Wait,
It's
Dave.
yeah.
Can I basically rip the skull off it and then put it on my head and see what it
You
does?
take the skull out and go skull on my head.
Is it
No.
is it a giant sized or normal sized skull?
It's actually a dwarven.
Ah.
I'm gonna put it on my head.
Your
Skull.
Just
The helmet.
Yeah, no, the helmet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put the helmet on my head, and
Does
then
it fit?
just and then put the skull in between the horns. Like if you mess with this is what will happen to you.
Says the lawful good cleric.
Well, as you kind of rub off some of the dirt and stuff, you
Yeah.
notice it is it's gold plated.
I'm gonna take that.
Okay. It's studded with lots of gems,
I'll still
Oh,
take
that
it.
looks like it might be worth some money.
and the insignia on the forehead, because it
Yeah.
kind of comes down like that.
Yeah.
The insignia on the forehead is a tiny golden anvil.
Well, we might
like
we might be able to use that for the Hector thing. We might be able to use that to like it might have something to do with that what was it?
Hecaton.
Hecaton.
No, we're looking for a shell, not a helmet. A conch is a shell,
No, but
seashell.
no, but it might be there might be different parts to the shell.
No, it's a
So the
seashell.
bones look like they've been gnawed.
It's a
on.
seashell, like you get at the beach.
Do
That's
an
what
inspection
conch is.
check.
And you blow it.
Yeah. Be an
Your
investigation.
character is
Investigation, yeah.
Investigation.
crafter, so an anvil is kind of
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah. At 12 total.
So what
Um,
we'll do is we'll write that down on your character.
You can't decide. You pick up a few bones.
Okay.
There's one that definitely looks like it's been chewed on. The rest of them you can't really tell.
It might be
It could have just been-
bloodhounds.
Might be. That
There's
Samuel.
Yeah.
That helmet
Yeah.
has a value
Yeah.
of 750 gold pieces.
you can retire now. Sell that.
That's a lot of money.
So if you ever do want to sell it, it's worth a lot of money.
I won't sell it because it might be a good help.
It might be.
Mm.
It looks good. Once you get outside and clean it up and give it a good
Dave,
polish.
can I do a survival check to check for check for tracks?
Yes.
Tracks. That's 18 plus 6.
Yes. In all the dirt and everything, you notice that everything's kind of pushed to the sides. So something big has gone backwards and forwards. That's why it's all being pushed. You notice several clear tracks, which look like big kind of paw prints.
Hmm.
What animal, you're not too sure. Definitely not a dragon.
No, but it could be something like a
Or-
large bear or something. So it's definitely tracks. It doesn't look like like it's something that doesn't have feet, if you know what I mean, like a
Yeah.
giant slug or something.
No,
Would
definitely not a dragon.
Right, I
be
point
finished?
out the tracks to these guys and I say, there's animal tracks here. I can't quite make out what they are, but my guess would be something like a giant bear or something.
Mhm.
Wait.
Would I be finished about with my
Wait,
task
should
of
I
finding
do
something?
inside?
Nope.
Sorry?
It's going to take you a while.
Should
Cool.
I do animal handling to see?
There's no
I need like about
Oh,
5
Not that
gold
we
for
can
like
see.
a perm is what I'm looking
Okay.
for.
Maybe you do ask if
More
you
if I
do an
can.
animal handling check to see if you can identify what sort of
Dave?
animal.
You'll have to do, when we get back to you, you'll have to do a roll.
Dave.
Yeah.
Can I do animal handling? Can I do can I see if I can identify what animal the tracks are made of?
You can do an investigation, or even, I won't allow a nature check. It won't be animal handling because there's no animal present.
Okay, I'll do investigation. Just this one.
Yeah.
I really
roll
want
high.
to get a natural. 12.
And then add your investigation.
I don't have any.
No, you do. It's plus 0, okay, alright, so that's 12.
12.
No, there's nothing. I mean, Phyllis has already kind of described what he's seen,
Yeah.
and you agree.
Okay.
So it's clearly not something well known.
Okay, do we want to rest here or out on the ledge?
What's the weather like at the moment?
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
actually
we can rest on the ledge.
No,
beautiful,
rest in
no,
the
dark
cave.
night. It's
but-
cold, but you've got your fire.
Wait, does anybody have any ideas? Like does anybody have a rope or a chain, and then basically we could put some boulders on top of like a little a standing up like rock, and then if anything like
Oh, you
hits-
mean like to set off an alarm?
yeah, and then
It's alright, we'll take watches. We'll
Keep a
each take
lookout.
like an hour watch or something,
Okay.
and then we don't need to because
Yeah.
someone will be awake and looking. But it's a good idea. If we're really really tired, then we
Well,
can
I
do
guess
that.
the only different thing would be to set something up further in the cave that we can see.
Yeah.
Because you can't. Do you have night vision or something?
No,
So when you look, you won't be able to see that far inside.
no, I wouldn't guess.
Well, it will be daytime.
But yeah, I mean, we could always. I could make a second fire in the cave. Do you know what I mean? To light up, say, past your 60
Oh,
feet,
the
at the
crackling.
extension of your 60 feet dark vision or something. But it's up to you. I think we'll be alright as
That's
long as
just
we're
cool.
on watch. And
Wait, could I? You know, I have a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? If we do, no, but can I cut the? No, how many grapple? Daddy, how
You've
many?
got one grappling hook.
Okay.
But what you could do is build a pile of rocks
Yeah. I
and
would-
put the grappling hook inside the pile of rocks,
Yeah.
and then stretch the rope across to the other side
Yeah.
of the cavern
Yeah.
wall,
Yeah.
and then use one of your nails, or pitons,
Yeah.
to bang it into the wall.
I know.
So you create like a little trap, okay?
yeah.
And then if somebody was to walk down the tunnel,
It
it would
doesn't
pull the
happen.
grappling hook out of the rocks and then fall down and make a noise.
Yeah.
Is that what you want
yeah.
to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that, and then
Okay.
You're
then once
some
we
kind of elf
and then
type person who
once
needs to sleep.
the
4 hours.
night's
So you
done,
just need to
I'm gonna
meditate
take
4
the
hours. So
grappling
you can
hook
do half
back.
the watches.
Okay.
And
I
everyone else
can
use.
do the other half because I'm half elf and I only need to sleep for 4 hours anyway. So.
And you both got dark vision.
Yeah.
I have,
night
I have
vision.
this golf ball now that, I have the gem of true sight, which is like a,
golf ball of choose.
not a golf ball, but like a tennis ball. How big is it? It's,
I don't know. How big do you want it to be?
I think it's a giant, because you said it was a giant size
It was-
looking at it. So
It's a large.
yeah, so I have true sight with this.
Like a Palanthea stone.
So
That's
I just look through it like this all the time.
all the time.
Just get a big.
Just 360.
He's never
that's
fighting
what-
again because he's walking around holding this.
He's fashioned like
That's
some
what-
sort of eye patch to have it
That's what I
permanently
need
over
the
the
eyes
eye.
to make. Just something that I could just chuck on the head and just be like,
Yeah, you could drill out the middle and put it on your head.
that's what I thought.
Right, so Samuel's making his alarm trap.
Yep.
What else do you want to do?
Eat
Anything
and
else?
go to sleep.
Okay.
That is an excellent plan.
Dave,
Mhm.
could we go out? Like maybe
hit the
see
long
if
rest
we can
button.
get some maggots, maybe a couple of beetles.
Probably find some under the rock.
Why maggots and beetles?
Well, maggots have more protein.
Yeah, okay, you don't need to worry about that.
We've
You've
got
food.
rations, mate.
You've
We
got
don't need to
food.
worry about that. We've got
You
dried
don't-
meats,
okay.
breads.
You don't have to go full on Bear Grylls, and please don't go looking for any dead camels. Okay?
Not yet, anyway. We're not in the right environment for that.
You've
We're
got
in the-
food, you
in
don't
the
need
cold.
to forage.
Okay.
You watch too much D-Max.
But Born Survivor's really good.
Yeah, I know it is.
Right,
Don't
can
worry.
Samuel,
you-
Samuel, I'm hoping that we encounter some
Music,
trolls.
we're back to you. Back at the fire. What did you do?
No, I'm up there making
Oh,
sure that nothing
yeah.
approaches.
Good
Because we set a
fire.
great fire in the dark. People might be interested in that.
On the ledge of the mountain.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So-
So us three are down the
So
tunnel.
everyone out, all the bad guys go, they're up there! They lit a fire for us! There we go.
So I can film my griffin when I see them coming, and
Bugger.
So us three are in the tunnel assisting with the alarm trap.
Right,
Yeah.
while you're building the alarm trap, can you roll a perception check?
Yep.
Or all of us,
All of us.
the ones that are in the.
Just you three?
Yeah.
Which one
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
the one. That's the one.
That will be 12 plus 6 is 18.
Mm-hmm.
23.
So you've got 5, and then perception is on this skill list. You see, perception.
It's the Pringles can.
8.
Today's session is sponsored by Pringles.
Yeah.
How much?
8.
It's not really, just in case this ever does get on YouTube, it's not sponsored by anybody.
We wish we were, but we
Yeah.
aren't. No, I'm alright, thank you.
But once you critical pop, you can't stop.
That wins the dad joke award for the day.
Don't know, I think we can come up with better.
Yeah.
It's early days.
Very early. Right. Samuel, you're so busy building your alarm trap, you don't hear anything. You guys, you're kind of watching, assisting, and in the back of your hairs on your arms stand up, and you hear coming from further down, a very low rumble, growl kind of thing.
Oh, does
Further
it
down
sound
in the cave.
animalistic?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. I tell, so what's Samuel's character's name?
Pious.
I tell Pius, because you heard it, didn't you? And I say, right, I can hear an animal down in the cave. How far away from them are we? Because we're at the entrance there, and they're by the fire, yeah?
You're 150 odd feet in there.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
There's an arrow down there somewhere.
I'll do my animal handling.
Can they see? They can see the
Yeah,
light
so
cast by the arrow.
They can see you and your fire,
But you can't quite see
but they
it.
can't see further down.
Because
Past a normal dark vision vision.
But there's been an arrow with light on it somewhere.
Yeah.
So maybe
That's-
not.
Disappeared.
This one you see the hand, you can't. So.
Okay.
So you've told Pious.
Yeah, I've told Pius.
I
And
think
you've
we should-
obviously heard me mention it, and you've gone.
We should just back
Yeah.
slowly down.
Yeah, so we'll start backing out
Corridor
towards the
towards
entrance.
Wait. So should you cast another light on my arrow, and then I can shoot?
You can't yet because Pete's at the entrance to the cave and we're 150 feet away.
You're a little bit away into the cave and that front, so better go find them first.
Are you backing away? I'm going to get you to roll a stealth check.
So, roll that one again.
Can you roll it, Dad?
Yeah.
And I think,
15 plus 2, 17.
I think he has disadvantage, but it's all.
It don't
I
matter.
don't think it's. Yeah.
I've rolled a 1.
That's 2 for
Pius trips over her own trap.
apparently. Yeah, not very successful.
She's got chainmail, so it shouldn't be a.
So it's a disadvantage.
No, that's not disadvantage.
It is for chainmail.
Is it?
Armor.
I thought it was only for heavy.
Chainmail is heavy.
Yeah, but it's the one that still gives you the dexterity bonus, so I don't think it gives you disadvantage on stealth checks until you get to the one above chainmail. But
Anything-
anyway, it's the natural one, so it doesn't matter if it's advantage or not.
No.
Well,
I got 19, natural 1, and
that's 17 total. 15 plus.
So you two start sort of backing away. Pius, you trip over your own alarm trap. As you stumble back, you set the alarm off, that rattles, plus you hit all your armour, that all sort of rattles. And the growl becomes much louder. You now hear the growl, and you hear
Wait.
as it. Oh, there's no waiting. So now it kind of pants out and roll initiative, please.
So.
Guess what? Guess what? I
You get advantage on initiative. Right, do you want me to roll this?
Oh,
That's
that's
the
No.
state you're in.
So Steve, is Pius got chain mail or chain shirt?
Chain mail.
That does have disadvantage.
Right, okay.
It's any armour.
14
medium
plus 2
or
is 16.
So 5
That is not a breastplate.
Hold
It's
on,
basically disadvantage.
Hide, chain shirt, breastplate.
plus 1. So you want initiative is
So
6.
there's a light and then I think.
No, they're medium.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, hide is
It's
medium.
scale mail and half
Alright,
plate.
kill him.
They give you disadvantage.
And then all heavy. Pretty much.
Kill him.
I got.
And then yes, all the heavy ones.
Sorry, I've got his character up.
Fearless.
21.
I got 14 plus 2, 16.
Pius.
6.
Can I hear? Do I hear anything?
No, you don't hear this yet.
Do I hear the trap?
Oh, yeah.
I think we might have set it a bit too far in the cave.
You think you heard something? But
They're just making a trap.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just testing it, obviously.
Wouldn't want to set off right.
Wait. Can I get my grappling hook back?
After the fight,
Probably
we're
after.
probably going to be fighting in a minute, okay? So the grappling hook is just on the floor, so you don't need to worry about the grappling
I've
hook.
got a spare if you need it, don't worry.
Okay.
Let's put this on here so you can see. There's the cave.
Can I do this?
Cave of Wonders.
And you put your
Whereabouts, Dave?
aim for the middle.
Yeah, middle-ish.
Easiest thing to do. Let's try that.
For once, I'm the only one who's got a mini. Normally, I'm the token.
I'll have to get you a mini, eh?
Yeah.
How's the map
You
camp?
can borrow my other one if you want for now, but it's not a dwarf.
Yeah.
Does have an axe though.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Axe.
Right, so you hear the charging footsteps as it comes up and it bursts out into the darkness into your vision, and you see something like that. And it roars. Rawr.
Looks like a
It's,
very bad.
No, it's a chimera.
How did you figure that one out?
It's got it written on the bomb.
It's got a name tag.
Or,
It's a three-headed beast with wings.
or that one.
Because it didn't make, it doesn't have any surprise attacks, so straight into initiative. So
Mhm.
kill him. Up to you.
Right. According to my character, after we fought the Remoraz, we took a long rest then because Pius was on like 3 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've got all my spells.
Okay.
Okay? That's
Yep.
correct, isn't it? I've not got that wrong. So I will hex through the eyepiece and cast Eldritch Blast twice. That's it.
Come on, Dad. Do a good one.
So that's 17
Hits.
and natural 20.
Hey, he's back.
See, you just saving all the rolls up for today, Steve.
I was. So that's 14 damage on the first one, plus 5 is 19
Mm-hmm.
because of maddening hex, and then second one is 8 and 15, 21, 26, 31 damage.
In total, or is
No, so
it
that's
second attack?
31 on the second
Mhm.
and 19 on the first.
Whoa.
Is it dead?
Can't you got to pick your game up, Steve?
Yeah.
It's
50 damage
It's
on the
wounded.
first attack.
You didn't like that.
I'm going to take a few steps back.
Run
And now it's fearless.
I am going. Is Pius in front of me,
Yeah.
like it is in the book?
Is Pius prone?
Yes, because you were down on the ground.
Yeah, that's why I put Pius in front.
Oh right,
because
okay, yeah.
She rolled.
Okay.
She rolled a 1, so
And I will move in front of Pius and attack
yeah, you can. but
the
it-
three-headed nastiness.
Mm-hmm.
I would
And
like to rage.
I will rage. I would like to rage.
There we go.
Hold on, that's probably copyrighted, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And I will attack with the hammer of Strong Mouse.
Okay.
Strong mouse.
Yeah, he's the god of the storm giants.
Sorry, Dave. I got that wrong. So I can't do maddening hex until next round because it's a bonus action, and I hex as a bonus action. So you take 10 damage off of what I told you.
Okay.
Oh, you had to say that.
Thank you.
Right, so I'll attempt to hit him with the hammer, and I rolled a 19 on the dice,
That's it.
which
Critical.
hits an armor class of 29.
Mm-hmm.
Is that critical?
No, I only get critical on a 20. And the first attack does 3 plus 7, which is 10, and make a saving throw versus the lightning of Miss Storm Aura.
What's the saving throw you need to do?
Can
Question.
I use my ice scepter?
That's a good question.
I have. On my
16
other
dexterity.
character.
No, that's your other character.
Oh.
Okay, you found on the lightning.
Well, he takes 1 damage extra, so it's 11 damage.
11
And
damage total.
And I will attack him again.
Yeah.
And roll a natural 20!
Natural 20s. Swanson's my
This is
team.
exactly what I felt like last night.
We didn't roll that
It's
many
like, you're
natural
going to be dead before
So-
I might go. I'm actually last on initiative, so
Oh,
it's
dear.
not good.
Do I get... No, I don't think I
You get brutal critical.
Do I get
Brutal
Do you-
critical.
I think
Yeah,
level
yeah.
9.
I'm trying to... I thought it was
Definitely.
level 9, yeah.
Level, I don't know what level.
I think that's brutal critical. You're getting confused because
Aye.
Lobo
Lobo
has
has it for a
the
half-orc.
half-orc one, which
Yeah.
is very similar.
Yeah.
No, so I don't get brutal critical, but it is doubled on the dice. Oh, and he rolls 1.
Well, we roll the dice twice for this game, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
So.
So 1 plus 7 is 8, with the 1 extra of, because you don't add the bonuses twice, do you?
No.
So that is 15 damage extra, and again you have to roll a saving throw, which what did I say it was DC 16 versus dexterity?
Passed that one.
Yeah. Sorry?
I passed.
Alright, so you take an extra 1 point of damage.
Okay. So what was that second attack in total damage?
16.
16.
16 damage, right. You know. Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So with your 2 hits, and it shoots out lightning and spark come off it, it lights up the cave. You see this creature as in full effect now, it's been lit up as well. And it's if you don't know what it is, it's a vile combination of it's got a goat head, a lion head, and a dragon head.
The body looks like a lion and it's
Body
got
of a lion.
big, really horrible wings that kind of look bat-like.
Yeah.
So it's leathery
A
wings.
goat head.
A goat head, a lion head, and a dragon head. All stitched
Why a
together in
goat?
one horrific
Yeah.
cookie. Because goats are really nasty.
Oh, yeah. He might bite your fingers off.
They might bite
You might try.
Look, the state of you.
Right.
Right, it's your go.
Oh, it's my goat.
Bias. Your go. What do you want to do?
Cool. Wow.
So the first thing we think we'll do is to stand up.
It's usually a good idea.
Okay?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Right, now do you want to attack with your hammer or do you want to cast a spell?
Okay, I'm gonna see plus 5 plus 6. I'm gonna attack with my warhammer,
Mm-hmm.
One-handed, two-handed.
two-handed.
Can you do that though, Steve? Because you have to get up, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
You have your shield, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
attack one hand.
I'm gonna attack
No, I mean,
one-handed.
can you? Because you have to get up from prone, doesn't that
use
use up
half
the
the movement.
Half the
so
movement, yeah. So
is passed within 10 feet?
Yeah, they're 5 foot squares.
Yeah.
there you go.
And now I'm gonna roll this one.
Head down.
Natural 14.
Plus.
5.
So that-
19.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
You hit.
And now
Yeah, lovely.
1d8. 8.
Oh,
Natural
nice.
8.
Add the bonus.
What's the bonus?
So it says 1d8 plus
Dunno.
2.
2. Oh, so that's 10.
Click off it.
I hit with 10.
Okay.
You did
10 damage.
10 damage.
Do you get 2 attacks or just 1? Okay.
As a bonus action, you could cast a spell if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Could I cast?
So you're gonna look at the spells and then anything that says
Or
1BA.
So your bonus action spells are spiritual weapon. You're going to do that.
I was gonna do sacred flame.
That's an action upgrade. So if
You want the one to say 1BA, okay?
1BA.
1BA. So spiritual weapon says 1BA, so you can create a spiritual weapon next to it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a spiritual weapon,
Okay.
and then can I use the spiritual weapon?
Yes. So you cast a spell and
Yeah.
a big floating weapon of your choice. So you can do a big floating hammer, floats
big,
behind the
war
creature.
axe, war
A
axe.
war axe, right? So you create a big floating war axe behind the creature, and then you can roll to attack with that weapon as well.
This one.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Get out of
You're not going to get a gun, I'm just saying.
Just a natural 20.
So it is.
a battle axe does D8 damage, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Natural 20.
Roll another 8. Come on.
Roll another 8, but then roll it
you do
again after.
1d8 plus 3.
And
So
then roll
1d8,
3.
and then again
because you crit.
7.
10.
10 damage.
And then add 3 to it.
13. No, 23 damage.
No, well, it's not 23.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
so you rolled 3 and 7 is,
10.
and then another 3 is.
13.
That's how much damage it did.
But I got 10 on the first
Oh,
one.
okay, you was adding it all up.
Yeah,
Right, sorry,
23
I apologise.
damage.
Sorry.
Total between him
Total
and
23 damage.
well done.
Nice one, mate.
So-
Well done.
3 has crit already, so we got a crit.
Challenge is on you.
Yeah.
Two.
Is he down?
No. So you smack the hammer, you hit the dragon head on the side, and it kind of leaps back, and you just see a low rumble.
And then can I, cut it down?
It's
You've
not
had your
dead
go.
yet, okay?
Oh.
You've been.
But
And it kind of looks at you directly, and then it just gapes its mouth open and it fires fiery breath at you
I'm gonna use my shield.
into everyone. So it's a 15
Cone.
foot cone.
15-foot cone.
You're safe.
Okay.
Oh, can
Use your one.
I do my shield?
You can do your shield, but it doesn't make any difference. But
So make a dexterity
dexterity
throw,
save.
please.
It's there.
What is it?
So this is your act of trying to get
Dexterity?
away. So
Yes,
roll
please.
on not that one.
Of that one. Oh, try and get
Yep.
natural
Yeah.
20 again.
Hopefully.
7.
Plus your plus
plus
1.
1.
8.
Fail.
14 plus 2, 16.
Pass.
Just
So you see
quite
the-
dodge out of the way because you're mid.
As you hit the dragon,
Yeah.
you're square in its face, the dragon head. It gets you, you don't get to shield up in time.
Yeah.
The flames just kind of engulf your body. Fearless, you see this.
I also have resistance to fire because I've got the
Runestone.
shard of the ice rune.
Mm-hmm.
I spelt the S.
It doesn't get you anyway. So you see it happening.
Oh,
and
it
you
has
kind
to
of-
negate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you've dodged it. You get out of the way. You're not able to pull Pius out of the way.
We'll see.
Right.
Pius, you take 56 points of damage.
Damn it. I got 87
So
Oh, you're alright.
56
You keep in tracks then.
damage. Come on.
Now, because of your armour,
31
it's
hit.
all hot and done, so you haven't caught fire. You're not kind of still on fire, but yeah, you've gone down. Okay.
Okay, can somebody heal me?
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna heal myself.
When it's your
When
go.
it's your go.
Oh, come on. I'll get hit again.
Let's all still go at once.
What do you mean your character can't do everything at the same time? Okay, stop mettering, right? Yes. Well, that's what happens when you gloat at the DM rolling the D20, okay? That's called getting your licks, okay?
You get
Don't
to,
worry about
you
it,
get
it's
to take
fine.
your turn again before it gets to go.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
worry. So that
Callum.
is turn.
You're up.
Is he getting the opportunity to make a perception check for the battle?
You've seen the fight. Well, let's do a perception check to see if he was looking.
Oh,
Down.
I'll keep an eye out the other way.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Nope.
He's down at the top of the ledge going.
I'm tuning my lyre.
He's humming to himself, making a new tune. Oh, that sounds good.
Okay.
Or in the cave, everyone else just sees this big fire.
Just imagine
and
like
exploding.
you were looking at me, and you're like, I'm like this going, and behind me you see flames coming out of the cave.
An explosion.
I was like, oh.
It's concentrating so hard.
You're watching
You
him
just
fly around like a
fall
griffin, thinking, he's never going to find herbs. It's snowy big, snowy big mountains.
Even I know that.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to cast blindness on it. So can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? The DC is 16.
Ooh. 16. I did it.
Ooh.
I got +4.
Tables are turning.
Fearless,
Peak
you're
too
up.
early.
I
Peak too
will
early.
attack
Do you want to do anything else, Steve? Did you want to move?
No, I just want to make sure I'm staying within 30 feet. You need strawberry milk. Is it
Need it.
Is it got that bad?
It's the battle drink. Everyone
Battle
knows
milk.
that. The battle drink. I'll attack again. So
Having strawberry milk and be back up on fighting.
that is 18 total.
Yeah.
And 8, 15 damage. And roll. Again, 6 on the side. Roll the saving throw. DC 16
there.
versus dexterity.
It was a 20. It rolled that back down to a 2.
Oh, right.
I get no bonus.
The
Take,
0 fell off.
Yeah.
so that's 19 points of damage for that one attack total. And the second attack is 13 plus 10 to 23.
Yeah.
Take it, that hits. And that is 7 plus 7 is 14. And again, make a saving throw.
Nope. 7.
So that was 17 damage.
An additional 17. Yeah.
Yeah, so the first one plus 17.
Cool. Okay. Again, you strike it with a hammer. You hit the goat's head. It bounds off the horns, lights up, and it's very, very angry.
It's going to light on fire.
Fires.
What I'm gonna do is heal myself.
Mm-hmm.
Does that take my whole go?
No,
Yeah.
it will take your action.
It's your
Okay.
action.
Still
Wait,
And
and
then
then-
bonus action, you can
You've
get
still got your
weapon to
spiritual
attack.
axe that you can hit it
No,
with.
but can I still do that from further away?
Yeah, but you don't want to move away, mate, because if you move away, it
Yeah.
gets what's called on you an attack of opportunity. Okay, so
You'll
could
get hit again.
So cast your Cure Wound spell first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll cast that.
Right. So if you cast your Cure Wounds at the highest level, which
Yeah.
is 3rd,
Yeah.
you get 3d8 plus 3 hit points back.
3d8.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Roll it.
Roll it 3
Yeah,
times.
2 more times.
2. 5.
Okay, so that's 9, 12 hit points back. So you need to put 12 more hit points on your thing. Do you want me to do it for you?
Plus.
You can do it from your turn.
Okay, yeah. There you go. All right.
Yep.
Right, now you make your now you can make your attack with your hammer, with
my
your
spiritual hammer.
spiritual hammer.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, plus
Spellcasting.
6. So
6.
13.
30.
13 hit.
To hit.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Glances off the level.
Okay, you swing but miss.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can I? Because I remember the 3.5 attack of opportunity rules better than 5. If Samuel was to move so that they're apart,
As long as you're
that's
still
not
within melee
still
range.
we'd stay within 5 feet. Just move around. That's no attack of opportunity, is it?
No, because you're
Only
still
you.
engaging.
Yeah. So can we do that? So they're both not stood directly in front, and if the fire breath goes off again, they don't both get hit.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can move around the side.
Oh yeah, and then
Okay.
once, and then I can attack him through the head.
Yes.
Right, ready? I get 3 attacks, and I'm going to do 2 attacks against Pius.
Mm.
He's gonna kill me.
Well, that's my plan. Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the monster.
Mainly.
First attack. 26.
That's a hit.
Hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, let's do. So, well, you've gone for a bite. So the lion head is right for a bite. 5, 6, 8. 12 points of damage on the bite.
Okay, so Pius took Heavy Armour Master as
Mhm.
feat at 8th level.
Yep.
So that gets reduced by 3 points.
Yep. So the bite goes in, the armour takes some of it.
So you take 9, so that's 34 left.
Oh, 34 hit.
But you got some nice little fang damage into your armour.
Like, and no, but
Little bit
couldn't I blocked it?
No.
It's just a bit too.
That's included in the old armour class thing. With
Oh,
Yeah, so that's you kind of doing it and it's got through.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next attack. So
Okay.
it's the first one.
That's the first one. Go for claws. 18.
No, that's a miss.
So it rears up,
That
goes
is-
and
You managed to
misses.
get your shield up in
Yeah.
time then.
Oh yeah.
So it pushes off your shield.
Yeah.
You block that, and then Jeff, it's gonna. The goat is up to gonna try and ram you.
Okay.
And 13.
Unfortunately, no. Don't.
No, we don't. So it goes to bite you, but the other heads are doing something that can't quite get near you.
It's like over this way, over this way. No, over this way.
True.
Do another perception check.
Really?
All
we need is
Jeff,
another
Jeff,
12
wait,
another 12 rounds. I'll be there.
So it's still going. He's this is a good. This is gonna be a hit. This
If
one.
you ever DM, the party that you DM for is in for the worst time ever.
Or the best.
Right, can I back
If
to
you
you?
keep trying low.
No, but he won't, because it opposite. It
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, 'cause
I've got a really well
yeah.
planned bad.
Yeah, because it's opposites.
Right, I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Mhm.
2 bolts at it. That's a 12, which is a miss,
12 misses. Yeah,
and a 21.
hits.
That's 8, and I do get the +5 this time, so that's 13 damage.
Yep. It's looking decidedly ropey.
I
The
know,
head's
no,
kind
sorry,
of.
I'm still adding this up wrong. It's 18 damage.
Right, okay.
Because I get +5 for agonising blast and +5 for mounting hex,
Okie dokie.
so it's +10. D10, D6, +10.
Fearless.
I will attack him again.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go for reckless attacks this time. So I get advantage. And that is. This has gone on its side, believe it or not.
Well then, I'll let you cock it.
Do you want me? Yeah, alright. It's 14 then. It actually rested on the other dice. So that it
14
was,
and 1.
Yeah, so the D20 was sharp side up. It was like crazy. But it wasn't like it was that bad, to be honest, anyway. The other one would have hit a 17
Yeah.
if I'd taken that. So
You
so
hit.
that's a 14 plus 10 to hit. So that's 24.
Mhm.
So I am going to damage, which is 7. Make a saving throw again.
13.
Huh?
13.
13, right. So you take 20 points of damage from that hit.
Ooh,
And I'll reckless on the second one as well. Or can I do it twice? I can't remember.
Yes, it's for the rest of the round you declare.
Yeah. And a miss with 2.
You missed. Oh yeah, you missed.
That, unless his armor class is 12.
No. Again, it's a big kind of smack with a hammer. You see kind of rear up and the wings start to flap a bit. It's getting very angry, but it's getting a bit agitated now. Pius.
Take him down, Pius.
Right, so he wants to cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh.
It's a range attack in melee. Which will
Yeah,
be at
which is
disadvantage.
120 feet.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Can I
You
move
won't do
back?
that, mate.
Pardon?
If you move back, you will take an attack of opportunity. So you can do that if you want, but you might get hit.
Okay, I won't move
Just stand.
back. Scrap that.
Okay, so don't do Guiding Bolt then.
14.
14 on the dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so attack with your Warhammer. So Warhammer is +5 is 19.
19
19 hits.
Roll your
Come
damage.
on, Samuel.
damage. Can I do 8?
It's a
Why is it on his
Oh
side?
no, 7.
It's 7.
Yeah, 7.
Okay, 7 plus 2 is 9.
9.
Okay.
9 damage on
You've still
yeah.
got your
Yeah, and you
spiritual
still got
hammer.
your.
I'm gonna do my spiritual weapon again.
Go on then.
What?
D20.
D20.
It's looking pretty ropey.
Come on, Samuel, finish it.
13. Natural
Plus.
13.
Plus 6 is 19.
19.
It hits. It's kind of
Yes.
pouring up the floor. You see one of the heads is kind of sagging.
D8
The
plus
dragon
on,
head
you
is
can do
sagging
this.
down.
Natural 6.
6.
9 damage.
9 damage. Is
How
it
do you want to do this?
Yes!
Well done.
High five. Good team.
Okay,
Well
what I'm
done,
gonna do, my spiritual weapon, yeah, basically cuts off all the heads.
In one.
And
And one
Yeah.
giant cleat, so it gets even bigger.
Yeah.
And, and all 3 heads go.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep them as trophies.
I'm gonna keep them as trophies.
You don't have a bag big enough.
They're
Okay?
quite big.
But
I'll-
you,
I'll-
you'll
I'll-
make a note of where this place is and you'll come back.
Yeah.
Come here on your holidays.
Yes.
Bring your kids.
Oh, wait,
So,
I
This
need
is
to
this
write
is
that
where
in
I
my
thought.
book.
Yes, Mum.
So, as we couldn't
It's
see
one of
this
those
thing,
stories.
as we couldn't see this
Good
thing
to
where
say,
the
come here,
skeleton
and you killed it in one. Yeah.
do we think it's worth going further back into the cave to find its lair?
Absolutely.
Yes. And then
Or do you think it might have like mummy this thing and loads of babies?
This was the baby one. and
Yeah,
it's Mummy and
it's
Daddy
like, yeah,
need to
this
go.
was the juvenile.
Yeah,
And
this
then
is
there's
this
like-
is Dave getting his revenge for last night when I creeped in and I sitting there whispering, Father, Father.
And Jack did that last night. All you hear, like, Mummy.
Oh, was it like that episode of Doctor Who? Look, yeah, the one sitting, the Sycamore Boy. Do you remember that one?
Did I
It's a
Mummy.
Mummy. CH
Mummy.
INERA. Chimera.
Well done, everyone.
Well done.
That's a big thing.
Right, so you're going to go and have a search?
We'll
Yeah.
go
It's a
and
big-
get
We'll
some
go
background
tell them first what happened.
I'm still on the snow tops looking for herbs.
What's your
Trying to look
I
for
think that calls for a celebratory cinnamon roll.
I don't like
No.
rolls.
You can have a croissant.
Yeah, do you want one of
Yes,
those?
please. Can we take a rest? Because I need
Well, we haven't actually got. You know, we started out meaning to rest.
Yeah,
We haven't actually rested yet, so we might as well go and investigate the cave, then go back and rest.
If you want
Yeah.
some hit points back, then you can
Thank you.
do another cure wounds.
Lovely.
Not for
One for yourself, one for yourself. Put them out of shard. We'll do it for now.
Okay. So, you're going to go further down. Do you want to roll a perception check?
Do you want to do another cure wounds? Or
Yeah.
not? You want to do another cure wounds, right?
You look
cast
down
it.
the
I hear them
cave.
cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll
that's good.
2d8, 2d8
They're happy
plus
about
three.
something.
They must have found something.
Must have done a really good job with that trap.
6, 3, 9, 12 back, okay? So I've got 12 hit points back when you
Yeah.
I shout down, good job, dudes.
46.
Okay?
Oh, I need to change it.
That's
Right.
alright, I'll do it on here, okay?
But-
What are you guys doing now?
It's a bit difficult to use, that one. Right, so we're going back for him, and then we'll go and investigate further down the tunnel.
I said, Pius, what happened?
It's best you see, because we're going to walk past it anyway.
Oh, okay. How's your trap going?
It worked.
It worked quite nicely, but on the wrong person. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pick my grappling hook back up.
I
Right.
remembered.
So you carry on down to the tunnel, down the cave.
Yeah.
You eventually come to the end.
I had to walk past. I say, you should have called out for me. I would have come and helped.
So you reach the end of the cave, and there's a lot
Do it
more.
yourselves.
You've got a lot more bodies laying around. There are bits of items and stuff you can have a good search through. It does seem to, it's just a natural cave, natural dead end, so there's nothing else disappearing. What do you want to do?
Can we rest
search
now?
through stuff.
Around. We'll search around and then we'll rest.
So as you again, because it was a monster, a beast, wasn't really after anything, but you do find, collectively, you find 120 copper pieces.
I'll take that.
No.
It goes in the bank.
He is the party treasurer, okay? You don't deal with money, he does.
Are you keeping the coppers, or are you just not worried about them? 45 silver pieces.
I'll take the silver.
No, don't calm yourself down. This is worth nothing, okay? When he says gold, then you get interested.
Or platinum.
Or platinum.
I'll take the platinum.
No,
You're an egg.
first.
To Potter then.
You find 6 gemstones.
I'll take those.
Stop.
It should have just rolled him a rogue. Don't worry.
Do you want to play my character?
Right, you find 6 gemstones which have a value of 100 gold pieces each.
Any of them?
Are any of them pearls?
So what?
Are there any of them pearls?
No.
Oh,
Can I take them?
You might.
God damn it.
That's all the treasure, okay? And then everyone gets an equal share.
You also find there's some small, probably gnome-sized leather armour.
We could craft that.
They finish.
And inside, you find a small Electrum music box.
Let me use it too.
Has a value of 50 gold pieces, if you wish to stay. Also, tucked inside, it's got loads of actual hidden pockets that you find. You find a dagger with an obsidian blade.
Can I take
No, you don't use it.
Has a value of 75 gold pieces. And you find who wants to roll for searching.
Oh, what, do a percentage, you think? I think Sammy should do it.
So you got the kill, so you
Yeah.
might
Yeah.
Hold on.
I got the two.
So roll 1d4.
1d4. It's the
Oh,
little
D4.
pyramid one.
Oh, I
There we
love
go.
those.
Got it.
4.
No, it's a 1.
One of it's on
Oh,
top.
1.
Yeah.
1.
You rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You find one magical item. Now you roll percentage.
Percent.
That's that one.
Oh.
So that's what's on there?
Oh, that's 100.
100.
No, it's not.
0 and
'Cause
10.
double O, triple O would be 100.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
That's
sorry.
10%.
Oh.
You find one intact potion of greater healing.
Oh, can I take that and use it?
No.
No.
Because we're about to rest.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it for later. But I'm
It
gonna.
makes sense he looks after the healing.
Yes.
I'm gonna look after the healing potion, and if anybody needs it, just ask. Make sure you ask.
Yeah.
Do we have to request that in writing?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Does
just
it? Does
No,
it?
you just
verbal,
don't
verbal
say.
You
contract.
have to fill out a request.
Yeah.
You have to fill out
It's the
a questionnaire.
P67 form.
Potion of greater healing.
Does it
Yeah,
take
potion of greater healing.
3 working days
Yeah.
to arrive? And then 2 working days to process?
Why? It's not in it.
Just put
What's
healing.
that? Potion.
The greater healing. Normal potion of healing, isn't it? The greater healing doesn't appear to be.
Oh, have I not? Give me one sec.
No, I've got it. Found it.
Got it.
Typing in potion of greater healing doesn't work because it's potion of healing.
Greater.
Greater.
That's
Right, done. It's on your character.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Right. Alex. Roll perception for me.
Hopefully good. No, 10.
No. Do you have anything that would help you find herbs?
I would
Yeah.
normally have an owl,
Mhm.
but it
He's
got
on holiday.
destroyed by the DM. So no. Well, I have true sight, so I'm looking through a golf ball.
Yeah, you fly around. You spend like a good hour going around.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
probably
you
be
get
like,
back.
nah, not gonna happen.
It's just not the terrain, is it? I suppose.
No. I was hoping
It's
to
mostly
find
rocks and snow.
a shrubbery
No.
as such. I
You head
find
back
that.
to the ledge where the fire
Chimeras.
is, and your griffin flies off to find a little ledge of its own with the others. You lot come back from the bottom of the cave, and you're at the ledge, or you can take the fire inside or whatever. Stay there.
But
It's still cold, but it's not.
I flick out my whip.
It's not bad weather.
wait, should we, should we go out, like if we, should we go out to see if there's
Thank you much.
any more logs or something?
No,
Yeah.
you're on a ledge on the side of a mountain.
Oh, there won't be any logs. So we've got a fire going.
Yeah, because we sort of carry
So-
enough stuff to at least make a fire.
Yeah. So
We could just burn the chimera.
It might be a bit smelly.
could we eat the chimera?
Good eating. Good eating.
Yeah, we could get bits of fresh meat off of it and eat.
Yeah.
it.
Can we take bits of fresh meat off the chimera?
It's
Want to try?
goatee.
Well, it's
and-
safe using our hard
And a
ration.
little bit
bit.
dragony.
Yeah.
Always have fresh food where you can.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you save your rations for when you're desperate.
Yeah.
So you cut off a bit of leg
Yeah.
Can
and then
we
stick it
cut
on the
off a
fire,
bit
spit
of wing?
roast style.
Does it taste like chicken?
No.
Tastes like goat and dragon and lion.
Pie.
It's a bit tough, a bit gamey.
It's alright, I'll do.
It's like those free meats rolled into one.
Did I
Yeah.
tell you about this inn I stayed
Yeah.
at? This
Yeah.
is brilliant. What
This is.
Bam.
It's a turkey.
was it?
Are you doing a short rest, a
Turkey
long rest? You do a long rest.
Long
Yes.
rest. We get to hit the button that says long rest. Don't forget to not tick the reset maximum hit points during thing.
Would I do? Take
Otherwise,
the rest.
otherwise it will reset your hit points to the what it thinks is the maximum.
You set a
Except what
sentry
you've put
point
in manually.
I
changing
will-
every hour.
I will
No.
book out before I go
So I'll
to
do 4
meditate,
hours,
and
he'll do
I
4
will
hours.
rotate.
Daddy.
You can't.
You
Probably
don't do
best
a
if I
half
don't
hour,
do it.
don't we?
Morning
Half
comes
hour,
around.
You need to sleep.
Only for 4 hours.
Only 4 hours.
Breaks
get that.
dawn.
Daddy.
Eh?
Only
And
4
you're up.
hours. Get that.
Oh,
Half human.
I don't have 87 hit points back.
I've
Yeah.
done it on my one.
Hit refresh.
Unless you're a full elf, you're not gonna get meditate. That's a
87.
feature.
Yeah, did you refresh it and it came back here?
Trance is the feature,
Okay.
but it doesn't matter.
87.
I can.
So, no, I have to rest until I pick up aspects of the moon. So he can do 4 hours and the rest of us are doing our range.
Okay. The sun is up. You've done a long rest. It's morning. What do you want to do?
Wait, should we call
Carry
our
on.
So
griffins
we've also
back?
tuned to our items.
Yes.
Was there any other stuff that we had from last time that we didn't know what was? If there was, we can spend time.
That was 3 or 4 real time of months ago.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So anything we've got on our character,
Is
We
we
know
know
what
what
it
it
is.
is
Yeah.
and it's now usable item. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so hey, Daddy, have
You just haven't had time to do anything,
Daddy.
so you can't craft anything. So
Daddy, can you type in a magical helmet?
it's not.
I've written it in the book. It's not in
It's
the
a very
It's
expensive
just
helmet.
an ornate helmet. It's not magical.
Okay, can I have it on?
Yeah, you can wear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it.
It's fine.
I've
It fits.
attuned to the belt, attuned to the dagger, and attuned to the golf ball
Mhm.
or whatever size. Grapefruit.
Dave,
Crystal ball. It's kind of,
Dave,
Mm.
can we call our griffins back? And then, no, but, or maybe we could take some more meat off that
Chimera.
chimera and then have breakfast, because if we're going the whole day without eating, we might as well eat now.
the griffins might like some as well.
Yeah, so we might
Oh,
let
good.
the griffins have the leftovers and then
You've
got a big appetite.
Their own.
Yeah, but chimera's pretty big.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like a
So you chop it up some more.
big.
Pius comes
And
back.
pull it out onto the
covered
ledge
in
for the
blood
for the
and-
griffins to eat.
and guts and stuff. Yeah.
Blow all
the
the
griffins tuck into it.
Can I see?
I don't know who's feeling this,
I
but
could,
Harsh had a bit of personality
you know,
change.
heal my arm. Oh no, I've healed my arm. Can I see if I could get some?
I haven't noticed.
Can I see if I could
become a lot
mold
more
some
inquisitive,
more
I must admit.
chainmail?
No, you're on the side of
She's
a mountain.
usually the silent type.
No, but
isn't she?
you know the. Can I cut open the belly and then take the chainmail out?
What chainmail?
He bit off some of my chainmail.
Oh,
It's just a visual, dude.
It's just,
fine.
it's just a
It's
visual. So the fangs
You
were.
can,
Every
could-
morning when you
you
get up,
have
you
a-
can make a slight repair to it.
yeah, you
Okay.
can cast. You have a spell that kind of mends small tears. So you mend up your armor.
It doesn't make your armor any weaker, but now you have these cool dents. It's a story at the pub, you can tell.
Yeah.
I got them from a chimera.
And
You
I
probably
killed
sound like
it.
that as well.
And I killed it. I chopped off
Female
all
dwarf.
its 3 heads, and then fell down
Right.
to the ground.
We're moving on now, okay?
Right.
So this is
The
time
sun
to listen
is
then.
up.
I'll compose a
What do you
song
want to do?
in
Oh,
honour of your brilliant victory.
How good is
over
that?
Talon.
Do you want a tea break?
22.
See.
Yeah.
Oh,
Twenty-two.
it's a
Right.
lovely. It's a lovely song.
Yay!